Happy Friday, everyone, and welcome to this Up North Hockey podcast, our third Up North Hockey podcast of this hockey season. And this podcast is presented by GB Environmental. For all your air filter and disinfectant spraying needs, visit gbeenvironmental.com.
Need to disinfect your business, facility, or transportation fleet? The experts at G&B Environmental provide electrostatic disinfectant spraying to prevent the spread of the COVID-19 virus, distributing a positive charge that effectively enables disinfectant to attach to all surface areas where viruses, bacteria, and fungi live, destroying them instantly. Electrostatic spraying is quick and safe. On-site testing is included. G&B Environmental is a Better Business Bureau A+ member. Call 952-469-3024 or visit gbeenvironmental.com.
Now, joining us here today is former Grand Rapids High School hockey goaltender, of course, the 2017 state championship goaltender, and now current freshman UMD Bulldogs goaltender, Zach Stejskal. Zach, how's it going today?
Doing well. Thanks for having me on.
So, well, first off, congratulations on your first start against Miami. That was about a week ago now, a little over a week ago. But you got the win there too. So, yeah, congratulations on that. And yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, that was good for sure.
Yeah, I bet it did. Congratulations from me too. And I just think that we're really pulling for you here, and I was really happy to see you get the start. How'd things feel? How did you when you found out you were going to get the start? How was the emotions going?
Well, I mean, it's something that I've been looking forward to for a long time, ever since I committed to the Dogs, and definitely a bunch of emotions, but kind of have to pull them together to play a good game. So, no, it was definitely awesome experience.
It was really good to see. The first 4 games, it seemed like UMD had to fight, come back from, being down, and, it's amazing the adversity that you guys all stuck together, and, to come back and to win the first 4 games, and you getting that win in that game put UMD 4-0 on the season. So that was huge to start out like that. And I think you played some tough games. North Dakota, Denver, those are really tough games, to play. So to come out of there, I'm proud of you, and I'm really happy. And another thing is, I want to wish you an happy birthday. I see your birthday's Sunday.
Yep, coming up.
Yep. So happy birthday, and I hope you have a good day, and I hope you guys have a really good day tomorrow. So
yeah, me too. Thank you.
You
bet. So you guys heading back on Sunday or Saturday? Your last game's tomorrow, right? In the pod.
Yep. So we play North Dakota at noon tomorrow, and then we'll pack up right after. I'm pretty sure everybody wants to get out of here as soon as possible, so probably hit the road at like 2 or 3 and get back around midnight.
So how's that been? How's the pod been playing in there? Obviously, you can't do much. You just go to the rink, practice, and play games, then obviously go back to the hotel. So how's that been?
Yeah, I mean, with the situation we're in, we're really fortunate and lucky to play games right now. I mean, a lot of colleges out east are canceled. They had their seasons canceled, or they're just not playing at all. So we're really fortunate with the NCHC did, and it's actually been a lot of fun. I mean, kind of brings you back to Pee Wee and Bantam days where you're playing every other day and you're at the rink with all the other teams. So it kind of reminds you of like a tournament when you're younger. But it's been a lot of fun.
It's been fun to watch too. Like you said, 2-3 games every day. And we haven't had hockey on for a long time, so it's been really fun to watch. I'm sure Eric agrees with me too there.
It is. I can see it. I played hockey. I can see being Pee-wees and Bantams the same thing, in the motels, in the, staying with your teammates, seeing the other teams in the arena. Just a lot of things going on. I noticed that, some of the other teams have been there watching you guys, and, I just think that's really good. It gets you guys closer. And probably just to get back in there, I can see being excited to get back in there. But I also see, on the other hand, you're ready to get out of there and come home and, get back to Duluth and get things going. The one thing is I thought about, how has it been for, like, coming into the season this year? You kind of knew, last year, at the end of your season last year, the season got canceled. Well, then you come into the season now, not really sure what's going on. All of a sudden, you end up in the pod. How was the mindset coming into your freshman season, knowing this is how you're going to start your freshman season, going to the pod, and the season being delayed, and the team, how did everybody kind of adapt to this so quick?
Yeah, I think that's a great question. Obviously, coming in as a freshman, I never thought that we wouldn't be able to play till December, and when we did, it would be in a pod in Omaha. But like I said earlier, like just with the situation, we're really lucky, really happy that we're playing right now, and I think this environment is really cool. We're staying in a hotel with 2 other teams, so I get to see Micah Miller, really good high school friend, obviously, probably know him, every day, and get to hang out with the team in the hotels every day. So it's been a lot of fun, and yeah, like I said earlier, I'm really glad that we can play games right now.
That's another thing I was going to mention too, is here you got 2 of your ex 2017 teammates in the pod with you, Gavin Hain, North Dakota, Mike Miller of St. Cloud. When you say you get to see Michael, that's excellent, but how I know you didn't play against the North Dakota, but having Gavin out there, playing against him, knowing he's on the other team, that's got to feel kind of different, especially after winning a state title with those guys. And then after high school, the 4, Blake McLaughlin included in that too, the 4 of you guys all moved on, and now you kind of reunite, and you all made it to college Division I, which I think is amazing that all you guys have done that, which, most people in Grand Rapids throughout the country in Minnesota, we knew that you guys were going to succeed and make it to Division I hockey, which that's excellent for Grand Rapids and, for you guys. I think that Gavin's playing well. McLaughlin's having a good season. Micah, he's having a great pod so far. He's skating, fast. They were talking about he's one of the fastest skaters on the team, which he was back in high school. So how's that been kind of, hanging out with, those guys and playing against them?
It's awesome to see. Obviously, you want the best for your friends, and to see those guys succeeding at one of the highest levels, it's really fun. I just think that what we did in Grand Rapids was really cool. I think we got Trent Cladd gave us an opportunity to succeed right out of high school, and I think we kind of took it. Actually, I used to play those guys in juniors too, so this isn't my first time playing against them. I got to see him in the USHL a little bit, so no, anytime you play those guys, it's a lot of fun.
And that's good. I'm glad because that's was another question. Here is a great big tradition in Grand Rapids of hockey, and for you guys to win that 2000, I think about Micah Miller scoring the goal in Amsoil to send you guys to the state. That was amazing, and that kind of where it really gelled right then at that moment. It seemed like it even got even better. Once you guys got to the state tournament, you guys really put on a show. You got down to Maple Grove right away in that first game and fought back and ended up winning it. I think it was 5-3. But that was, you guys stuck together, and the whole team, that whole team, it takes an effort. But for you to step in and play goalie as a junior, that was huge for Grand Rapids to bring back. And, to go back into the arena to see a banner of the 2017 state title, that's got to put a smile on your face because only four teams have done that. Grand Rapids has a lot of tradition, and hopefully every time you walk in that arena, you look up there and you see that and you realize you're a special part of Grand Rapids hockey now.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously I'll cherish those memories for the rest of my life. Those were, some of the best memories ever, for sure.
I can see it as a fan, mine too.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, the year before, you guys won the 3rd place championship there in St. Paul for the state tournament. I'll ask you this: so your sophomore year, obviously Gabe Holland was your teammate too. Sophomore year, so you didn't start as the goalie in the state tournament there. Gabe got the games there, but then the next year, obviously you were the starting goalie there, and Holland was still on the team. So I don't know, just talk about that a little bit if you want to.
Sure. Gabe and I were goalie partners all the way from Pee-wees to high school. So honestly, it wasn't anything that surprised either of us, I don't think, because we were kind of battling that whole way up. And I think that's why he contributed to a lot of my success just because we're always battling, So kind of the situation I'm in now, it's a really good learning lesson that you have to compete every day. And, he taught me that. And I think as well, or he taught me that, and I taught him that at a very young age, that nothing's given to you and you have to compete for everything you have.
Yeah, I the year when Gabe's senior year came about, they had a good team, and they, Gabe, he kind of, I watched, they took a lot of shots in that game. So, that had to been, a lot of training practice throughout his life to play a senior year. But I was going to games, and he was getting, 70 shots a game, 50 shots a game, and, still, and then they come up short in the playoffs. But I just think that, what you two did, as you said, growing up together, you guys had a great friendship and a great career. I'm glad to see Gabe went on to play some college hockey himself right now. I just think that, Grand Rapids, like I say, I go back to it, the tradition in Grand Rapids is amazing. And, I just want people to realize that they're, see this podcast, and, young people see it, and they're going to really thrive. They're going to want to play more, and they're going to want to hear the inspiration. So, yeah, I'm really, really happy with all of it.
So looking forward to your schedule here for, of course, you play North Dakota tomorrow for the last game of the pod, but then you guys do go back home, it looks like, and you'll play at your home rinks for the remainder of the season. Have they thought about doing another pod for the second end of it or half of it, or are they planning on doing the playing at home rinks for the second half?
Honestly, I think you guys know more than I do right now.
No, as of now, it looks like you guys will be playing.
Yeah.
Your first series will be you'll do looks like it's 4-game series actually against St. Cloud. You play 2 in St. Cloud, and then you play 2 at home. So looks like that's how it's going to be for the second half there.
Yep, that's the plan right now. I've heard talks that we might be in another pod, but I'm not sure how true that is. I think more realistically, if everything goes well, that the Frozen Four and the regional tournament will be held in the pod kind of the same way that we're doing it.
It's really too bad that you guys don't play Minnesota this year. That'd be a lot of fun to see. Obviously, Minnesota #1 now. You guys are right behind them at #3, I believe. So, and obviously you don't get to play at Blake this year. So that's unfortunate. But
it's usually a game. Just talking with the guys that you have circled on your calendar, just because it is a rivalry, and we always want to beat those guys. Mm-hmm. So it's unfortunate we can't play those guys this year.
It is unfortunate because that's been a huge rivalry over the years, especially back in the WCHA days, and now the Big Ten. What the NCHC has done is amazing, though. To have that happen, to put this pod on, and to get you guys back playing. Very fortunate, like you said. There's teams that's canceled their season, so that is very fortunate. And one of the biggest things is that you're still playing hockey, and there's a chance that they will have a Final Four in a pod. Who cares where it's at? If you're playing hockey, people can still watch, especially if the NCHC, is covering it again, which they will be. It's going to be, people are happy that hockey's going on. But, the one thing, though, is I was kind of, coming into the season, when did the goalies find out who was actually going to be the starting goalie in the first game? I mean, how did that go down? And, I mean, was it kind of something that everybody knew, or did you just kind of wait?
Well, honestly, I thought the job could have gone to anybody that first game. And we figured out the night before. And Fanti, all credit to him, he's playing unbelievable right now. I mean, his numbers are insane, and he's helped carry this team to a winning record in the pod. So I'm really happy for the kid. Obviously, there's a level of compete there, but you have to tip your hat to him. He's playing unbelievable.
I agree with you 100%. He has played amazing hockey. I felt bad the other night in that shootout. He didn't, he deserved to get that win in that game. But it happens. That's hockey.
Yeah.
He has played amazing. He has led UMD to a winning record, and so that's amazing. And just keep your head up, and you do what take what's given to you. You know, and
Absolutely.
like you said, it is a competing, you know, you are competing, it's a competition, you know, but you still got to be a teammate. You sounds to me like you've been able to handle this for years in your hockey career. And, you know, so that's given you a lot of, growing with it. You know, and the one thing I do agree with Scott Sandlin said coming into this thing, you know, at that time you played when you got your start, you know, you're playing 3 or 4 games, you know, pretty much right away, right in a row there. It'd be tough for one goalie to run the table.
Yeah.
And so you got to be ready at any given time, you know, to step in and step up. And you did that, Zach. You stepped in, you played amazing. Your first goal that they got was you know, that was kind of one of them goals where there was just miscommunication, you know, but you got back in and you kept your chin up and you played really, really well, and that was good to say. But, you know, and another thing is, you know, knowing that coming into the season, Hunter Shepard's gone.
Yep.
How did the remaining players come into the season? What were their mindsets as, okay, we don't have Hunter Shepard back there. He was our rock for 3 years, you know, played so many games in a row. How was their mindset to how's this goalie thing going to work out? Were they very accepting?
Yeah, I think they were. You know, we kind of call it the Bulldog mentality. Anytime you put on that sweater, it doesn't matter who's in net or who's on the ice, you're going to give it up and you're going to trust your teammates. And I think that's something that Scott Sandlin's kind of drilled into all of us, that we're going to win no matter what. So I think they had good faith in all of us. And I think they should have, because we did really well. Like, we scrimmaged every Saturday before the pod. So, and we all were doing really well. So I don't think there was any bit of doubt with the goaltending group.
Excellent. I kind of felt that. I just kind of wanted to see what your take was on it. But no, I can see, you know, the Bulldog mentality.
Yeah.
Excellent motto to live by. You put the jersey on, trust everybody. I mean, you guys, the forwards, you know, are amazing. You know, the goal is coming back and scoring. I look here, you guys have scored 25 goals already this year. You know, and playing 8 games.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of those goals you had to fight to get back into games. Third period games, you've had me on the edge of my seat. You know, getting goals, and it's simply amazing how UMD doesn't give up.
Oh,
You know, doesn't give up whatsoever.
That's our culture, I think. Like I said earlier, it's Scott Sandlin. He drills it into all of us, the ground game, right? We battle until the final whistle, and I know that sounds kind of cliche, but it's a really good lesson for everybody out there. Just never ever give up.
You know, you're right. You know, one other thing, you know, I was looking, and correct me if I'm wrong, I did some math and stuff. From the time you left high school at the state tournament to the day you played your first college game, you played 137 games.
Yeah,
You know,
that
137 games. That's a lot of games. You know, you had 84 with Scranton Knights.
Yeah.
You know, that's had to be pretty amazing getting that playing time.
Yeah, I think going back to kind of the first goal I gave up, I think if I wouldn't have had that junior experience, I think things would have got a lot worse. I think juniors gives players and goalies a lot of time to grow up and mature, and I think that I learned a lot of maturity in my game through juniors.
I'm just
You know,
curious.
I agree with that. I really do.
Sorry. I'm just curious, what league is that Scranton Knights team in? What junior league?
North American Hockey League, the NOL.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they're in. Okay. I thought Eric was maybe saying they're in a different league, but.
Yeah, no, it's East Division.
Okay. Yeah.
I was in Pennsylvania for a few years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I seen that. Nice facility. It looked like. I was checking it out.
Yeah.
And so, but no, that's good. That's good. You know, and one last question I kind of really wanted to ask you, too, just to kind of see, you know, what does Northern Minnesota hockey mean to you? And, you know, if you could inspire one young hockey player, being a skater or a goalie, what's the one advice maybe, or something you could tell them to kind of keep them inspired to never give up?
Sure. I think I think Northern Minnesota hockey is something you won't find anywhere else, to be honest. I played junior hockey, like you said, for 3 years, and I've met a lot of people, either from other countries or from other states that don't have the tradition that we do in Northern Minnesota, where you get to play for your high school community. So my message is, I guess, anytime you can go in the outdoor rinks with your buddies, those are some of the best times ever. Forget about like the state tournament that we won in high school. I think some of my most fond memories are from competing with the guys in the outdoor rinks and just really just having fun with your friends. That's what it's all about. Before hockey becomes a job, you gotta cherish all those memories with your friends. And I'm sure you hear it a lot in Minnesota, but it's seriously, it's so true. You need to really cherish those memories for sure.
Very good answer. I agree with that. That's an excellent thing to say. I remember those days. Some of my fondest memories, skating at Riverview Rink when I was a kid. I was just telling my girlfriend that my mom used to have to come get me at night. I'd be down there playing with, I was a kid and I'm down there playing with the older guys. Yeah. And those are some fond memories, and you have to cherish those, playing with your buddies, and anytime you can get a chance, get out there to the rink. And I agree with you. That's excellent, to say. But no, I really appreciate Zach coming on here. I know you probably got a busy day ahead of you today. I just wish you the best. I wish you the best of luck tomorrow. Hopefully we can have you back on throughout the year.
Yeah, anytime.
Yeah, definitely. We'll get back in here, get you some games. I suppose you got some tests to take when you get back, and it's that time of the year. And
Yep.
So, no, definitely. I thank you very much, and I'll let Blake finish up. And you take care, and wish you the best. And we'll talk to you later.
I appreciate it.
Thanks for joining us, Zach. We appreciate it. Like Eric said, I'm sure you have a pretty busy schedule with school, and I'm sure you have practice today.
Yeah.
You guys practice every day then?
Yeah. We've been practicing. We haven't had an off day yet, so.
Okay. Yeah. Busy schedule. So.
For 18 days now. So.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll let you go here, and like I said, thanks for joining us. We really appreciate it, and good luck the rest of the way. Hopefully you get a start coming up. If not tomorrow, later on in the season. So good luck to you the rest of the season. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks, Zach. You have a good day now.
You too. Bye.
Bye.